we got to get it back. Got to find a way to fix it and get it back. But hats off to them. We got to play better. Didn't play well enough on offense or defense. I thought our special teams gave us a chance, but offense and defense really didn't do anything to give us a chance. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Vahe Gregorian from the Star. Go.
Hi, Coach. You alluded to this a little bit, but you guys have gotten so much done this year. But what did you learn about your foundation, I guess, today, and in terms of what you were talking about earlier this week?
Yeah, I mean, I was proud of the way our guys fought. I mean, everybody was still trying to encourage everybody on the sideline to keep on going, but we don't have enough depth. I mean, we're playing with 59 scholarship players right now. I mean, the NCAA gave us a four-person penalty. That's pretty bad. That's a significant penalty. And then we've had transfers and opt-outs, and we just don't have enough depth right now. We're going to have to find a way to manufacture some depth. We've been able to do that when the offense is able to keep the ball, but we weren't able to keep the ball away from them today and just exposed our defense.
Mitchell Forty from Power Mizzou. Go ahead.
Eli, Georgia had some success on third downs, particularly third and long. Was there anything that stood out as a theme on some of those breakdowns?
I'll have to go back and look at the tape. I mean, some success is putting it nicely, but I'll have to go back and look at the tape to figure it out. I mean, they were open. We got pressure a couple of times there in the second quarter when we got back in the game, but didn't seem like we could get back to that pressure. And so we'll have to go back and check the tape, figure out what it was, try to fix it.
Dave Matter from the St. Louis Post. Dave.
Eli, when you watched that in real time, where did you see that Georgia had kind of the biggest advantages as far as just personnel goes and matchups on the field?
In the trenches. Both sides of the line of scrimmage. I mean, they rushed for 299. They rushed for 316 yards, and we rushed for 22. So both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Kaufman, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, can you take us through your decision with 37 seconds left before halftime to just kind of let the play clock run out and go in down 7?
Yeah, we were. I had flashbacks of what we did at Florida. We'd given up one right there and didn't want to risk. I knew they were getting the ball to start the second half and didn't want to risk really losing the momentum. Felt good being at halftime 21-14. Told our team, hey, we're right in position. Needed to come out and get a stop, and we didn't. They scored every possession in the third quarter, and offensively, we weren't able to do anything with it. So, we weren't able to mount that charge, but I thought we were in good position.
Eric Blum from the Columbia Daily Tribune. Eric.
Eli, do you think you win or learn more from games like this compared to maybe wins against Vanderbilt or Arkansas?
I mean, you try to learn from every situation. I don't know if you learn more or less from anything. So, I don't know. I know that I take every game, evaluate it, whether it was Vandy, Arkansas, or Georgia, and try to improve. And like I said, we got a long way to go. Our goal is to be competitive in the SEC East. And right now, the two teams at the top of the SEC East we weren't competitive with. So we got our work cut out for us. That starts with me in recruiting and player development.
Peter Baugh from The Athletic. Peter.
Eli, from your angle, what kind of went wrong on the interception he threw in the first quarter? And I guess, how do you evaluate his performance overall today?
Ball tipped off our player's hands. We're supposed to run a clear out with the X receiver right there. He obviously didn't get the corner cleared out. So I don't think there was anything else Connor could have done. He hit the wide receiver in the hands, and the X doesn't do his job. So, I mean, Connor played okay. Didn't obviously play great. He's got to do a better job in the pocket, and but he made some good throws. But they're a good defense, and we didn't give them enough opportunities. We didn't give our two of our better players, Larry and Beatty, didn't really affect the game. So that's on me. I got to do a better job of getting those guys involved in the game, and I got to call better plays. I mean, obviously the second play of the game wasn't a very good play call. So not the X receiver's fault, not the wide receiver's fault. It's my fault. Wasn't a good play call.
Soichi Terada, go ahead.
Hey, Eli, when Georgia scores, 4 or 5 straight touchdowns, is there anything you can do to kind of maybe slow down momentum or maybe give, your defense a little bit of a rest or anything?
Yeah, we got to try to get a first down. We got to try to stop the bleeding offensively by scoring, and we weren't able to do that. So, yeah, I mean, it all works together. Everybody's got a job to do. Our job on offense is to score and to get first downs, and we didn't do it.
Aaron Ladd, go ahead.
Eli, is there a message to your team during that third quarter where it seems like Georgia's just moving the ball and scoring at will? Is there something that you're saying, trying to get a stop there?
I mean, just keep encouraging them. I mean, it's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of trying. It's just we weren't getting it done today. Like I said, didn't have our best stuff. So bounce back, come back tomorrow, flush it, and get ready for Mississippi State.
Mitchell 40, Power Mizzou. Mitch.
Eli, I know you touched on Connor a little bit already, but was he banged up at all from that, from when he had to exit the game? Was that a factor at all in his performance afterwards? Do you know?
Yeah, he was beat up. We're all beat up. Everybody's beat up. 9th game in the SEC schedule. We've been practicing since July 24th. It's December 12th. We're all beat up. So it is what it is.
Dave Matter.
I didn't see a whole lot of Gillespie in the second half after he made that big stop. Was he knocked out or available?
Yeah, he's got an injury that kept him out from returning the rest of the game. We'll evaluate it. I didn't have an update before I came up here, but I'll let y'all know as soon as I know.
Bill Pollock.
Yeah, Eli, this is the 6th time now in 9 games that you've allowed 35 or more points. Defensively, is it a personnel issue, a coaching issue that it seems like a high amount of points to give up on almost a weekly basis?
Yeah, I'll have to evaluate it, look at it at the end of the season. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I wasn't aware of that statistic. So, we're trying to do the very best we can. And, yeah, we'll have to go back and look at it. I don't know. It's a good question.
Ben Fredrickson.
Coach, you mentioned recruiting and that gap that you see out there at certain positions in the field with the signing period coming up next week. How do you evaluate what you've been able to do in recruiting and where do you want to go in recruiting to help kind of fill that gap against the teams like Georgia and Florida?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of recruiting, but we've had opt-outs, we've had NCAA penalty. I mean, it's not like, we just don't have enough guys right now to play an in-depth team the way we need to. But, I don't know. My mind's not really focused on that question, to be honest with you. I just got my butt whipped by Georgia, so trying to figure out how to improve my football team. We'll go recruit, but I don't have any philosophical answers about, who we're going to go recruit and all that right now. I just know we got to improve.
Kyle Pennell, go ahead.
Coach, you've seen Georgia's running backs on film all week, and now that you've coached against them, what were they able to do so well against your defense, and what is the most challenging aspect when it comes to dealing with the running backs that Georgia had?
I don't know if it was their running backs or their offensive line. There was some good holes. They made us miss a couple of tackles. We didn't chase it down the backside in some of our schemes. Sometimes in our schemes, they had us with, cutoff blocks. So I have to go back and watch the tape. And we knew they had good offensive line. We knew they had a good run game. We weren't able to stop it.
Jack Sobel.
Eli, it looked like George Pickens was able to take advantage of the one-on-one matchups that he had. Were there any adjustments that you guys tried to make on defense to prevent those matchups from happening and help out Ish and Ennis?
Well, I mean, we gave up 316 yards rushing, so we were trying to load the box. And if you load the box and you leave the wideouts one-on-one, it's kind of pick your poison type deal. And so, we felt like we needed to try to stop the run, and we weren't able to do that unless we put extra people in there, and then that opens up the pass game. So just wasn't very effective today.
Looks like we got 2 more. Bennett Durando, go ahead.
Eli, you mentioned everyone feels beat up. Have you ever been in a situation where at this point in the season, it feels like everyone is beat up to this extent? And when you're when opponents are scoring 48, 49 points in back-to-back games, where do you sort of try to regain that last boost for one more regular season game and a bowl game?
We just got to dig deep. I mean, that's football. That's toughness. That's what football's all about, digging deep, finding a way. We got to rally as a team, rally as a coaching staff. We've had a hell of a season up to this point. I'm not going to let this game define this season. I'm not going to let today's disappointed. We didn't have our best stuff. That's part of it. Wish we would have played better. We didn't. You know what? Our guys have answered the bell every single time. They answered the bell in the fourth quarter on fourth down. I don't question their fight. I don't question our team's fight. I don't question our coaching staff's fight. We're going to have to dig deep, get in the cold tubs, put a little grit, put a little toughness in there, go on the road and find a way to win. And our team will respond. They've responded every game. We responded when we were down, had lost the first two. Didn't look pretty. We responded right there. We'll respond after we, got beat by Florida. We'll respond. I'm not worried about that. This team doesn't lack fight, just lacks bodies right now, lacks depth. So we'll get there. We'll get it. It's we lost, but hope's not lost. Like I told them, I'm disappointed in the result. I'm not disappointed in the team at all. So, we got our butt whipped. That's part of it, man. How you bounce back, that defines who you are as a person, as a team, as a coach. So, I'm not going to stress about it, to be honest with you. I'm going to stress about how we can fix it, how I can get more than 59 scholarship players. But I can't fix that right now. I got 2 games left, and we're going to dig deep, and we're all going to find a way to band together and win. That's what we're going to do.
All right, last one's going to come from Jeff Sentel. Jeff, go ahead.
Coach, I guess it's a question. This looks like this was an optimal day for Georgia. In your opinion, is this the quarterback? Is that what makes Georgia so much different than maybe what you've seen on film earlier this year?
Yeah, I mean, I got no idea. I got no idea if it's the quarterback or if it's our lack of depth or if it's their O-line or whatever. They just got a good football team, and we didn't get it done today. I don't really have a comment on, I'm not in that room with them, so I don't know what makes them tick versus what doesn't.
All right, we'll let Coach go with that one. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.